Hi everybody, this is Miss Jackson Smith for second grade math, and in this video we're doing just a lot of telling time, and then we're going to do a little bit of subtraction at the end. So right now I want you to pause the video and get everything you need. That's going to be something to write with and a piece of paper, and you're also going to want your clock that we've been using, so we can move the hands around and tell the times. So once you're all ready with all of that, press play, and let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to do is just take a look at our anchor chart right here. Our first thing that we're going to do, I know it says step 1, then step 2, but we've been doing it switched. So the first thing we do is we look at the long hand for the minutes, and then we start up at the top and go around the clock, this way, skip counting by fives, all right, to tell the time for the minutes. Then with the hour hand, the big thing that we were thinking about was that we have to look at the last number that the hour hand passed. So here on this clock, the last hand that this hour hand passed, the last number was 3, right? It can't be 4 because we didn't go past that hour hand, right? You never want to go past the hour hand. You always want to go with the one that last passed, so you go back up to 3. So I have a couple of times that I want us to practice with today, and based on our work on our Google Forms or on your Google Classroom, on Monday, yesterday, I have a couple things I want us to really focus on today. So let's take a look at this time. The first thing I'm going to want you to do for looking at this clock is I want you to look at the minute hand. The minute hand is pointing at this big 1. So we want to start at the top and skip count by fives. We're only skip counting once this time. It's just 5 minutes. So go ahead and write down 5 minutes over on the minute side. When we write down 5 minutes, we do 0, 5, right? Next thing is we look at that hour hand. It's in between 2 numbers. And so when we think back to our chart, we think about what time or what number did the hour hand pass. We can't go past the hour hand. So here's the hour hand. It just passed the 6. We can't go past it to go to the 7, so the time is 6:05, or 5 minutes after 6. Go ahead and write that down and get ready for our next time. So the next time that we're going to work on, let's see, it's going to be, this one's a little trickier. Get ready. This is the next time we're working on. So make your clock match mine, and then when you're ready, let's get started with telling what time it is. So what I want you to do is go ahead and find the minute hand. All right, when you've got it, I want you to start up at the top and then go around this way and skip count by fives until you find out the minutes. Go ahead and try that. All right, I'm going to assume that you're going to press pause if you haven't finished that yet, and I'm going to try that. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 minutes. I'm going to write down 55. That's a lot of minutes. And then I'm looking right here at the hour hand. The hour hand, if I stretch it out, it's pointing in between the 2 and the 3. And it's tricky because I know it's pointing right at the 3, so I kind of want to write down 3. Do you think that's right? Well, let's take a look at our chart to remember. My chart tells me that you have to think about the last number that the hour hand passed. So, I know that the hour hand moves around the clock this way. So the last number that the hour hand passed, if I stretch it out, it's not at the 3 yet. The last one was 2. And remember, we cannot go past the hour hand, right? And so if I chose 3, that would be past the hour hand, and that's not right. So I have to go with 2. It's 2:55. All right. Let's do another time. Let's check out this one. All right. Check this time, make your clock match mine, and then when you're ready, let's get started. So first off, we're going to do the minutes. I want you to start up at the top and skip count by fives until you get the minutes, and then I want you to write that down. Go ahead and try that. All right, I'm going to try it now. I'm starting up at the 12 and I'm skip counting by 5. So you can skip count with me if you want. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Let's write down 35. If you already got that, just like put a little check mark next to it. Okie dokie. Now let's do the hours. The hour hand is pointing this way, so let's stretch it on out. Now it's in between the 4 and the 5. Right now I want you to decide, do you think the hour that we're going to write down is 4 or 5? All right, if you remember our rule that we have to go with the one that the hour hand last passed, or usually that's the smaller number. The smaller number is 4, so it's going to be 4:35. All right, let's do another time. All right, take a look at this time. I want you to make your clock match mine, and then let's do the minutes. So let's start up at the 12 and skip count by 5s. Go ahead and skip count with me. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. So the minutes we're going to write down are 20. You're right. All right, now let's think about the hour. The hour hand is pointing in between 2 numbers. What number did the hour hand last pass? Is it 12 or is it 1? Usually I'm going to tell you pick the smaller number, and the smaller number is 1. But you have to remember, which way does the hour hand move? It moves around the clock this direction, right? So the last number that the hour hand passed was actually 12. Anytime the hour hand is in between the 12 and the 1, we're going to write down 12. All right, I've got one more time for us to work on together right now from our work online, all right? So let's erase that, and I'm going to show you this new time, all right? This is the one that seemed to be the trickiest in the online work. So let's just take a look at it, and I wonder what we can figure out. So go ahead and look at this clock, make yours match mine. And let's, of course, just look at the minute hand first, all right? So let's look at the minutes. The minutes are all the way over here, so that means I need to start up here and go all the way around. Let's skip count together. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So the minutes are, let's all write it down, 50 minutes, all right? This is the part that tricked a couple of people on Google Classroom, so I want you to look really closely. We're in between. For the hour hand, we stretch it on out, and I notice it's in between 11 and 12, right? But I wonder if you guys remember, what's our rule? Is it going to be 11 or is it going to be 12? We have to think about what number did the hour hand pass last, right? So it's moving around this way and it passed the 11, right? Because it always moves around the same direction. It passed the 11, so the hour is 11. You can never go past the hour hand and go with the number 12, right? Until it gets all the way, right, to 12 exactly. Okay? All right, I have one more thing I want us to work on in this video, and it's a little bit different. So I was looking at your Google Classroom work, and once this video is over, I want you to head over to Google Classroom and do a little more telling time and a little more adding and subtracting. But before you do that, let's just take a special look at a problem from Google Classroom yesterday. I noticed that there was one problem that seemed to give us a lot of trouble, so I thought we should work it out in this video. It is this one right here. I want you to copy it down. It's 602 minus 312. So go ahead and write that down. Now, let's start in the ones place and start subtracting. Remember, and we can circle that subtraction just so we know that we're taking away. So they're more on the top or more on the floor. In the ones place, they're the same, and so that means we can subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now let's look in the tens place. In the tens place, is there more on the top or more on the floor? There's more on the floor. So that means that we need to go next door to the hundreds place, take one of those hundreds and unbundle it into 10 tens. Watch how I do that, and then you should copy on your own work. So I'm going to take one of those hundreds, and now I just have 5 hundreds. And then if I take this, instead of 0 tens, now it's 10 tens. Now I have more on the top, and so I can subtract. 10 minus 1, that's just 9. And then 5 hundreds minus 3 hundreds would be 2 hundreds. All right, that's how we do this one. So go ahead and practice again in your online work on Google Classroom. And I want to see what you know about subtracting, but I also want to see what you know about telling time. I'm excited for tomorrow's video. I'm going to do a little craft with you, and we're actually going to learn something a little bit different. But I had so much fun just working on some more telling time with you guys. I hope you're doing well. I miss you, and I can't wait to learn with you again tomorrow. Bye.